Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of footage. I visited the Aln Valley Railway yesterday, the 2nd of September. They had a small model railway exhibition. I had a locomotive running with a couple of coaches, so that sort of inspired this sort of choice of locomotive and rolling stock today. So we'll have a quick look at this rolling around, and then we'll have a look at some of the footage I shot at the show. It was a really terrific day, very friendly. A great cup of tea and a scone. You can see the picture there, but astoundingly warm. And the shed on the site where the model railway exhibition was a sort of tin roof. It was stunningly warm with the sunlight beating down. Really a lovely afternoon. But we'll just have a look at that footage now, and we'll catch up with this terrific locomotive a bit later on.
Building another one, and I'm hoping to get it next year. said into service. Probably its first year back in service, or second. That one there, I've got to take that apart and look at something like that. It's probably suck something up into the gear.
So back on the railway, I've got the Britannia coming in from behind me here with the brick wagons. I'll just have a swift look at that running around. Those wagons are making a tremendous rattle on the rails, or maybe it's that R16 brake van on the back. I'm not quite sure. Let's just have a quick glance at this wonderful valve gear running down that straight. I know we've got the boxes for the saddle tank there. We'll bring this lot to a stop in a moment and we'll have a look at those. Let's see if we can catch up with the saddle tank. Should be just coming around from behind me. So we're just going to catch this coming behind the elevated section there. And then under it goes. And then through the station. Let's see if we can catch that on the other side. It's getting reasonably tight. And here comes a Britannia from the right of shop, storming in there. I think what I'm going to do now is just take some control over these now. So I'm just wandering over to get the controls for the Britannia. Here it comes. I think we'll bring that gently to a stop just between these two sets of points. There we go. Let's just pop the controls back down there. And we can hear the saddle tank rolling gently around the railway here. Let's just see if we can just follow that back under the station there. So saddle tank R.153. So originally coming along 1956. I know we saw one on one of the videos quite recently, an acetate one. Maybe not so recently. Coming along 56 models up till in black till 62, and there was a black clockwork variant. So I'm just trying to see if I can glance at my notes here. So black clockwork variant was available 57 to 59, and then there was a green and black clockwork variant. That was R.255 59 to 63, part of the primary range. So this particular one is R.153. So let's have a quick glance at the boxes. Let's let that run around there. Seems fairly happy. Very, very gentle whine coming from it. So if we have a look at the box, quite a small lift-off lid box. If you have a look at the insert picture there, you can see the model within the box. Just a couple of packing rings, card insert. No paperwork, sadly. So the box does have a price scribbled in pencil on the one end there, 33 and 6. It's got R.153 060 saddle tank Loco. Got the effects of tape there, and then that's got it on the other end. Let's just have a quick look on the inside. It's got quite a nice rubber stamp on the inside there. So we've got the Model Railway Store's name there. So it's where are we? Caledonian Model Company. Model and Precision. I can't quite read that one there. There's a letter sort of. Is it engineers? Yeah, it looks like a K at the beginning, which is confusing me there. 5 Pitt Street, Glasgow. Is that C2? And then down the bottom there it says full repair service and all spares. So it's quite a nice place to put your information from the model shop, isn't it? Perhaps nicer than a sticky label on the outside of the box. So I think if we leave that there, and we'll catch up with the locomotive now. I'll grab the controls from underneath here. Let's give that a little bit more power. It's a very gentle, whoops, I've just slipped. So this is what happens when I take my finger away and I do that. So it slips. Let's take that the other way. No, we won't. We'll take it this way and we'll bring it through the points. There we go. This makes more sense. So let's see if we can turn the train on the return loop. Let's switch this one. So we want to open that one and open that one. Whoops. That one is open. I need to open the other end as well, otherwise we'll have no power when we close up. There we go. So let's see if we can get this turned the correct direction without making it jump around. Yeah, I did get a footbridge in there, but it's not a complete one. It's missing its parts. So there should be some black supports underneath there and some sort of like smoke deflectors underneath. So this is one which is sort of semi broken, shall we say. Let's see if we can close number one. Not number one, the one with what looks like a number one on it. So we want to make that straight. Let's see if we can pull these coaches. Let's get the numbers on the coaches. I did have those written down over here. I'll just reach over here and grab these. So I quite like these. These are the sort of Mark I style coaches coming along in the early 60s. So let's start with the composite there. So that was R.626. These are from sort of 63 to 65-ish. And then the brake, R.627, similar time period. There is a buffet, but I thought it seems as my train I saw yesterday didn't have the buffet car on it. We'll just leave it like that today, but I'll leave a link to a video where you can see some more of these in action. I think I had them running with a B12. So let's see if we can get this to climb up now. That's gently away. Whoops. Wasn't quite expecting that. Don't think we've got any wheel slip. We've got a little bit of a jump there as it came round. Everything's a mess in the background there. So if we just bring this to a stop in the station, have a quick look at the bit of footage I shot earlier on when I had the locomotive apart on the bench. I gave this a bit of a light clean-up before I used it. Didn't take much. Wheels were a little bit black, so I've used the glass fibre pen. That's always quite nice on the wheels. And then just finished off with a little bit of petrol on the cotton bud and so on. Light oiling on things, and just use the cocktail stick to clean out the commutator. Yeah, so it's all quite nice. I don't think it's really seen a lot of action as you've seen it running on the railway. It's quite a nice thing. So if we just have a quick look at the chassis, let me just pick that up. And the chassis block, if you look behind the wheel there, it has actually got provision for a magnet adhesion, the magnet there. But it's got the solid wheels on, so I think it's probably came along quite early on in the 60s, probably just before they took the saddle tank out of the range. I can't remember offhand at the moment the years it ran, but I'll pop those in the bottom of the screen there. But it's quite a nice thing. You've got that plate there, adapter plate. That just extends the chassis a little bit so it fits into the back of the bodywork. And that worm's all good. I don't know how close we can get and maintain the focus there. Let's just turn that over and have a look. So it doesn't seem to have done too much work. It's all sort of fairly crisp. But sad that there's no instructions with it, but it's all the same. It's quite a lovely thing. Now let's have a quick look at this bodywork. Well, whilst we have it off the chassis. So again, very crisp, just like the chassis. You can see we've got that number on the tank there. I think that's represent. I'm losing focus there. So I think we've got that represented on the side of the model as well. So we've got 748 moulded into it there. I think I've showed in earlier videos that the bodywork is made up in two parts. So we've got the metal parts on the top there, and the tank is one part, and the lower part of the bodywork you can see there, just on the bottom edge of the tank, where it all sort of clips together. Let's go, just run around the back of it here. Secure end screw goes in there. Coal bunker there. Clockwork model. The rods would have come out through those nice round windows at the back. Let's see what we can see on the underneath there. So all fairly tidy condition. And we've got triang at the bottom. So can we keep focus in there? So again, difficult trying to focus between the camera and through your glasses. And we've got made in England along that top edge. But I think we should jump back and have a look at this running on the railway again. So a fairly sort of clean and tidy, crisp looking model overall this. So I've used come into the loop the other way round so I can uncouple this locomotive. Now I've used one of these uncouplers that somebody very kindly sent to me. So the triang one won't go in with the sidewall there. It's very, very difficult. You can if you really push at it, but you end up sort of derailing the locomotive. So these ones, which can be set at different angles, so they came as a kit of two. So I've got set one shallow and one steep, and it's just the job there for uncoupling that there. I don't think I could reach around and do that on the other side. Maybe I should have put uncoupling rails in up here. So there's always something. Let's see if we can get that locomotive to separate. See if I can remember which way I'm going to turn the controls here. There we go. So we'll just follow that around. And then we'll have to remember to stop that and switch the points to make everything work. So that's a good place to stop, I think, because the rail brake is on the bridge. So let's swing along here and let's make this straight. There we have it. So let's take this uncoupler out while we're at it. Let's just have a quick glance at those down there on the, so set those at different angles and look at the base of the triangle one is so large you can't sort of get that in and under the locomotive alongside the sidewalls. It'll be the same sort of down here in the sidings as well. It'll be very difficult to get the triangle one in, so very, very useful those. So let's try and remember to turn this controller in a different direction now. So let's give that a go. So we'll bring it down that side of the station. There we have it. And let's just put that onto the front of the coaches. I'll put it on well, it's not really the front, it's just the other side. Just something to do. So let's change that. And let's remember to turn this in the correct direction. There we go. So we've got those from the other end. Let's take these back down onto level ground. So you bench all a bit of a mess. Room's slowly getting tidier. I've got a whole bunch of boxes that need to come back underneath this railway, but I keep thinking of reasons not to. Well, main one, I suppose, is the wiring involved with the getting all the point operating switches in the right place. So still not having decided exactly where they're all going to go. You can hear that trying to run away down there. Yeah, it's putting in a little bit of a stutter on that point. So I haven't been getting things stutter on here before, so maybe we're with a locomotive. Oh, not that time. Let's give that another go. Possibly. Anyway, not to worry too much about it. Let's bring this around here. And we'll bring it around to the station. And I think we'll probably call it sort of enough there today. Or maybe we should have a look at the coaches. We should bring these coaches around and have a quick look at them. Let's bring them around to here and then we can whip them off and have a look over them. There we have it. Let's grab the uncoupler again. Let's pop those down there. Let's go for the triangle uncoupler this time, because I don't think we'll have any problems getting in, because we've got the space here. So if I put that under there and then push the coaches together. So ideally that's going to, there we go. Don't know whether we can see that there. We'll take that out. And we're going to get the coaches apart here. Probably a dodgy place to do it on the curve. There we go. So let's just have a quick look over the coach. So quite nice things. So they use this sort of underframe and set of bogies for many, many different coaches throughout the 60s and into the 70s. I think these are in quite nice condition. We've got seating units inside them. Let's grab the other one. We've got the brake. This one sounds more hollow than the other one, strangely. So have a look on the underneath. So the wheel's in fairly good condition. Let's have a look at that side. There we go. And again, the roofs. I think it's the restaurants and the buffet cars got the separate roofs, and they use the same roofs on the brakes and the composites on these. So let's pull that out of there. Let's grab the controls and we'll just do one last run around, I think. And we'll just run that back up to the station. Sorry, I'm whizzing around here. Let's see if we can get some power on this. Whoops, gone past the locomotive. So we'll just roll that round. And I think we'll just bring it back up to the station. I forgot, we've got the point switch there. I think I was thinking of the other station. Let's see if we can get in a bit closer this time. Yeah, a little bit of a smoother climb that time, so maybe just hitting the rails in the wrong point. All that mess over there. Really does need a good tidy up, this room. I think that's about it. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye now.